Hello and welcome to an episode of The Card Show. In this episode, we will be talking about the recent event that occurred. There we go. The Manchester CardCon. First show I've been to in a while. Probably maybe the last one for the year. I don't know. I have got my hotel booked to London Card Show for the end of October, beginning of November. But I'm away just before it and just after it, so we'll see. I think in Spain 2 weeks before and in Portugal a couple weeks after. So yeah, a lot of traveling that sort of 4 or 5 week area. So we'll see how I feel. But it was good to get back out to a card show. On the social aspects, I didn't pick up anything apart from I'd arranged a bit of a helping hand from Keebles to complete the Panini 2026 World Cup sticker book. I had a few stickers that he needed, like 10 I think it was, and he had about 90 that I needed. So he brought them over for me, which was nice. Always good to catch up with Keebles. So it was good to catch up, do some content together, and also get the stickers. There was actually a funny scenario where we handed over the stickers. Then I was like, "Oh, I'll take them back later on, and we'll do a video later on." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Took them back. Didn't end up doing that content. I got back home. I was like, "Hey, guess what? You got stickers back." So yeah, we didn't exchange. Well, he took the ones I had in for him, but he didn't give you the ones that he had. So yeah, it was quite fun that he had, someone posted him or meeting, and I said, Dan Sports Card UK, Dan was still there. Give him to him. I'm going to see Dan tomorrow anyway. We planned to go down to classic football shirts. We were hoping to find an Island Very Keen shirt and do a bit of content, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So we ended up having a little look around, grabbing some food, chatting, and then I left Dan getting a pint of Guinness before he got his train back. So yeah, it was good to catch up with Dan as well, Sports Card UK. We'd spent a lot of time during the Manchester CardCon getting content. So we were both there early. We ended up going to Aldi first. He got a little iced coffee and stuff like that, a few little bits. Then we headed back in, started with the content. I saw and was able to film, unfortunately not for my channel, but some very, very nice looking cards for a nice looking set from Iconic Cards. So shout out to Lawrence and the team over at Iconic. I think when people see this set and and see the content that Dan's got for it, there'll be a big buzz for this set. I think it's going to hit a lot of nostalgia. I think it's really going to excite a lot of people. So I'm looking forward to everyone seeing that content and seeing the actual cards. Yeah, I hope they do come over here again. Start pumping out some shows, which would be good. I think Iconic Cards needs to become a bit of a staple, especially in the UK and European hobby. Everything they've done so far, from the Oasis stuff to the Manchester Manchester basketball team, to the last activation of the Manchester CardCon. This time it was trades. I think it's TRADEZ. They had some stuff going on. They producing cards, and they had somewhat rugby players down. I can't remember the names. It was after I'd gone. I'd already gone by that time. They were coming, or they got there. So yeah, I don't know who it was. So excuse me for that. I think they released their first set as well. I think it was Rugby League or Rugby Union, one of the rugby leagues or unions. They had the license too, so that was kind of cool. If you're into that sort of stuff. The show itself was, always good to see local shows doing well. And Manchester CardCon, like to have all the Manchester or Northwest shows, whether that's Northwest Card Show, Manchester Card Show, Manchester CardCon, just going from strength to strength. I don't know why, but it felt like it was bigger. I don't know. I think maybe because in my head I sort of forgot how big this room was and how spacious it is and how light it is, because it's all just glass fronts on one side look onto the pitch. But yeah, it felt a lot bigger. I don't know why. So the boys from Third Down, they had a big setup there. They took a lot of space. They were basically brought the shop to Manchester, which is good to see. So shout out to Dan. They built a whole squad up all across. The sports side was packed with all sorts of different sports. It was good to see a lot more NFL than usual. I think American football's slowly but surely picking up over here. Still slow with like the baseball and ice hockey stuff, but yeah, definitely NFL, NBA are picking up over here for vendors to sell. Seems to be good business going on for them guys as well. And the rest obviously soccer. We could see female soccer cards as well. I'm going to start going through some female city cards. Female football cards from the city team. I think we've had a good few couple of years, and there's been a few players that I've like watched play for City, especially when it comes to like Vivian Miedemar and Bunny Shaw, for instance. So yeah, I think I'll pick up a few, just add to the collection. But yeah, that was the sports side. And then at the end of the sports side, there was a row of chairs that were on looking to the podcast, and where the Q&A section was going on. Another section there, then you had like tables to trade, and there was a bar going on. And I'm not like people were genuinely buying pints of like Guinness and stuff from like 10:30, 11 o'clock. It was mental. I don't think any of the VFPs bought it at 10 o'clock in the game, but definitely 10:30 to 11 area, I saw people buying beers. So yeah, take from that as you will. How you yawn? That was a weird one. It's like a yawn when it needs to yawn. But yeah, it was weird to see, but also like kind of like, fair play to you. Fair play to you. And then on the other side, the TCG side was absolutely shocking. I said probably had an extra 20% table space. It kind of was split, a nice 50-50. But it felt like their side was longer, maybe because of the not in the trade section. I don't think the bar at that end was open, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it just felt like they had a bit longer because of not having a sort of the podcast / Q&A. Like that's like a double tables with the Manchester Card Con sort of backing. And then obviously a few of the chairs, and then you have the tables and chairs where people can just sit down, relax, do a bit of trading, whatever you want to do. And there's sort of like pockets of rooms as well that people would go into, like near stairs and rooms left and right and downstairs. Tables, chairs, which is kind of nice to see. It's kind of not a big fan of stuff like over floors, but I suppose because it's only the extra set of toilets and the sort of there's food at the bar, but it was like a food like snack vendor as well. Munchy Mummies. This time I didn't get one. I think I want to say I got a tiramisu cinnamon roll last time. But don't quote me. I'll shout out to Third Down Jack for that. But yeah, I was tempted to get one, but I didn't. Which is kind of bad on my part. I should have just got one. Should have treated myself. But yeah, that's the only vendor downstairs. But again, it was the signage, people taking videos, photos, and the entrance stuff, and people like that. But yeah, there was a couple of tables there. It kind of gives you that little bit of space, a little bit of quietness if you need it, because I know sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming. You just need to take a step back to debrief. So it's nice having those pockets. I mean, it was glorious outside as well, so probably not expected from Manchester, so it was nice to have the option to go outside, to have Aldi the other side of the car park. You just walk across the car park and there's an Aldi there, just sort of debrief, get some cheap snacks and head back in, or just enjoy the outside. But yeah, I do like that sort of thing, having little pockets, little rooms, big spaces to go out to and just debrief, go through things. I think sometimes it's just good if you're good at making a purchase, like in the heat of battle. You can sort of like take yourself out of that scenario, take a deep breath, think about it, think where it's going to put you financially. I mean, if it's a PC item, then you probably should just go for it because you might not come across it again. But yeah, if it's purely financial, then you get a little time to think back and think if is it going to be worth it? Where has it been out? Probably look at comps. Look over 3 months, 6 months, a year, all time sort of stuff. Like have a good look. See if now's the time to buy. See if there's any hype cycles you see, or any spikes at certain times, or it's beginning of the season and stuff like that. So yeah, it's always nice happening that sort of stuff. But yeah, great show. So congrats to the boy Ben, Rainy City Cards. I also picked up it's not here. I did have this shirt as well that I ordered. Yeah, sounds a lot. Had it set up for this, so I could do a reveal for people to watch, and then about a couple hours before I did the pod, I took it and said, "Oh, I'll put this in the wash basket to wash for my dogs tomorrow morning." I just see myself on the screen. I look very tired. It has been a crazy weekend. Again, said Manchester Card on the Saturday. They had a party on the Saturday evening, and then obviously today met Sports Cards UK down in town, Manchester, and then had a barbecue. So yeah, didn't drink though. No drink. I didn't eat much food at barbecue too either. But everyone cared. And for everyone that does wonder, the FIFA, the Panini sticker book is not yet finished, not yet complete. I am not far off. I do have one order from Panini coming. Sorry, I just looked at that cable, so it would have wound me up, especially when I would have forgot it as well. Yeah, I have one order coming. I think I need like maybe 30 or 40 more. I'm gonna double check. But Keebles massively helped. So if you do need some for your sticker album, message Keebles. And again, I know he needs some still. So message Keebles, see what you got. Maybe you guys can work out some trades. But yeah, massive shout out there because I don't know, some kind of meant a little bit more to me, I suppose, doing it for, like I said, for my son's first real World Cup. I mean, he's only 1.5 when it was going on, but still, we watched the opening ceremony while on holiday. We watched, watched a bit of the England games together, some other games. So yeah, it's kind of nice to have that experience with my son. And yeah, I started there. I did think about doing it with the Tops Premier League from last year as well. So you can see it. I can't reach it. Can I reach it? No, I'm being lazy. And again, I know they've released it this year, and I've seen them in the local supermarkets. They've got the starter packs. They have the tins. I thought, even just chuck in the 100+ quid, buy a few tins, all different coloured tins, and a few of the like a starter pack and some other stuff. But yeah, that's just you just wouldn't stop with it every year doing that sort of stuff. It just wouldn't never end. I think I'm going to keep building the collection and hopefully pass on to. I don't know about the collection. I know I did say something about posting some stuff. I just thought I generated loads of it with AI, and I'm just like, I just really don't. It was just lazy, basically. So now I just don't really like it. So I've just got thousands of pictures on my phone now. And laziness. But I need to sort that out properly. I might just release them just to get them out, and then change them all later on. Do them better. But yeah, we'll see. Lazy. Formula 1 was back. I actually don't know who won the race. I refuse to find out because I'm going to watch it. So after this is done, I'm going to watch it. Although I did see something before, I said that Lando one, which is kind of annoying. But I don't, so I did lie, but I did know because it hit me. I did remember seeing that. It just said, what did it say? It said Russell failed to make ground as Norris wins incident-filled race. So that's what I know. I know that Russell didn't. He failed to make up ground on Telly, and Norris did in an incident-filled race. So other than that, that's all I know. I just remember that I saw that. The problem is starting on the web to do these podcasts. You see random headlines like that. And also the Premier League is back. And my predictions, if you saw them on Instagram and TikTok or even YouTube short, weren't great, really. I said Manchester United would beat Hull 2. Did I say 2-1? You got beat 2-0. I was close with Arsenal. I think I said 4-0, done 3-0. I did say City would win. Having that one. But yeah, not been the best of predictions. But again, hey, we go again next week. We've got a couple more games to play tomorrow, or one more game to play tomorrow, I think. Yeah, we go again. I'm waiting for the first Haaland haircut relic card with some strands of hair. I'm sure Top's been right on it. He should have scored as well. But yeah, I mean, 2 defenders going for City is not great, but we don't want to talk about that right now. I mean, I'm intrigued for the season now after watching. I know not every team's played yet, but watching the majority of the teams play, I'm very intrigued to how the season plays out. I think, unfortunately, I think Arsenal may do back to back. I just don't. I mean, I don't know the first week. Yeah, I just don't think. Yeah, I just don't think any other team like frightens me. Like looks that good where I go, okay, they're gonna be the ones that challenge. They're gonna be the ones that be the ones to stop Arsenal. I think the thing is just to stop Arsenal. Yeah, was it? I mean, Liverpool 2-2 Newcastle, and I think Newcastle are gonna have a tough year. Yeah, they've lost the midfield, lost a striker last year. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's what a crazy season it's going to be. I think I seen it earlier shout. I think Real Madrid might win the Champions League. I think I think PSG versus Real Madrid is going to be a game and a half. I think Barca are going to be a tough team to beat as well. I just don't think. I think maybe just a little bit shaky in defense. I thought they would have made a move for someone defensive, like a defender. I know there were rumours to get Alvarez and chased Alvarez, and there was rumours for Lautaro Martinez as well. They wanted another striker, especially after they lost Lewandowski and they lost Ferran Torres. So yeah, I did think they might go for someone else to replace. I don't know how harsh, but maybe goalkeeper. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited it's back. I think it's been. It doesn't feel like it's been gone for that long because of the World Cup. But yeah, I don't know. Just the World Cup was good and good buzz, but yeah, it wasn't the same. It's not the same as the Prem back, is it? Not the same as the Prem back. So yeah, look forward to that. Week 2 of the NFL preseason games. Believe it or not, actually, obviously Chiefs play Seahawks next at Arrowhead, and I was like, I wonder what price I could get a seat for. And it worked out at like 20. I think it was $28 at the time. Or maybe I think the cheapest might be $19, but we won for 28. I was like, $19. Okay, so what's the flights like? And I was like, well, I'm gonna fly all that way. I might as well make a bit of a trip of it. Like I did last time. I did Atlanta, do Missouri, and do New York again. So I'm doing all these multiple flights and getting all sorted, and obviously I looked at hotels, getting all sorted, and I was like, this went from just a cheap ticket to Arrowhead to being over like $4,000. It's like, this is fun. Yeah, I think it was like 1,500 just for my flights. And because I was like doing a bit of time in Atlanta, it was a couple of nights in a hotel there, a couple of nights at Missouri, Kansas City, and then a couple of nights in New York. So yeah, it sounds like a right idea, but yeah, very expensive, which is kind of annoying. And I thought maybe I should take my wife and son as well too. If I'm going to do that, and so then all of a sudden the price goes higher and higher. But yeah. Oh, another thing that just reminded me then, I don't know why it reminded me of that thing higher and higher. I think they've said it's the world's first mobile grading unit, but AGS were grading cars outside and had a vehicle just outside kitted up, which is interesting because AGS obviously have done it at a show, but the beauty brought the equipment with them, set the equipment up in another room, and cracked on. So now they've got the AGS mobile van. Very interesting. They can just pull up any. So I'm going to presume every show now that they go to, they will do on-site grading, because I just pull up in the van, get your cards, take it outside of the van, scan, encapsulate, done. Very intriguing. Very intriguing. I've been a bit of a proponent for AGS. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how it plays out. And it's one of those things where, like, when I knew that before I knew the van was there, when I knew the AGS was there and doing on-site grading, I was like, oh, what a great idea, some content. We'll do a bit of a challenge. But because the day just sort of, it kind of gets away with a show. You get very social, you're chatting away, and all of a sudden, like, hours just go. I saw obviously CLA, trying to him, well, them, should I say, but yeah, more so young Charlie. He's going to be old Charlie soon. He's getting to age now. Hey, big unk, 18 real soon. Yeah, so with Dan, Keebles, then a third down. Obviously, Rainey. Okay. How am I yawning this time of day? Ridiculous. At 9:30. I'm getting old. The stateside boys as well. They were always good crack. Yeah, obviously, the Mason twins. They were rocking around doing content, which is good to see. But yeah, it was really good vibes. So shout out to MCC. I'm pretty sure they got a show beginning of the year as well. Was it February? So yeah, I would advise getting tickets for that show. Have a lot of fun. It's also good seeing Sean Webber there as well. I always like it when, local shows and local hosts can support other local shows and local show hosts. It's, hobby's obviously clearly got enough space for growth for everyone, as we're seeing constantly, year in, year out. Shows keep growing, more shows keep popping up. Yeah, we love this hobby, right? And especially on the CCD side, they love the hobby. They want to be social, these things. People forget that we had like a year and a bit where we couldn't be social. COVID at one point was like 30 minutes outside. That was it. People were worried about going outside for 30 minutes of the day. Yeah, crazy. So yeah, it's really, really good for the hobby movement. And again, sports, F1's back, football's back, and FL's not far off being back properly. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very hectic end of the year. And we're going to see a lot of money flood into hobby over the next 8, 9, 10, next 2 months, maybe 3 months. And I think we'll see a bit of a cash out, a bit of a drop in prices. People want to recoup some money for the end of the year. And then, yeah, be another boom because of playoffs and stuff like that. So, yeah, strap up. Get ready, strap up, get ready. And enjoy the ride, as I'd say. Yeah, if you're all looking to invest, make sure you put yourself in the best position possible. And if you're looking to collect, even use the likes of like market movers, got a code, Mahomes, 14-day free trial, to try it free of charge, and then 20% off any package you choose for life. And then you'll be able to look at data of the cards and see, hey, listen, I noticed that over the last 3 years, that's all time, similar sort of time, this card will pick up here and drop down there. I really want that card in my collection. I'm going to try and get it that time of year, and have a bit of discipline and wait till it's time to buy and execute the plan and buy it then. It's yeah, that'll be a bit of advice, because I think it's going to be fun end to the year, like I said. Also, a bit of a shout out to the Coffee and Cardboards. Like, they did podcast pretty much a whole show. I don't know how it's going to break down. It's going to break it down to mini episodes or what. But yeah, they had just the stage for the majority of the show, and they had lots of like guests go on. They had 4 or 5 guests, I think. Yeah, really. That was a weird one. But yeah, to shout out to those guys, like that's a proper grind, proper slog. Everpod. I think it'll be a good listen because they diversity the guests as well. You know, from Sports Guys UK to I think it goes by Nerdy Nova now. They're poking over, so yeah, Nerdy Nova. But yeah, I think it'll be very informative and a good laugh. A good listen. So shout out to those guys. I know that there was obviously content on stage where they were ripping boxes and giving them out to kids in the crowd, which is kind of cool. Keyboards as part of that as well. But yeah, really good content. I think that is it this week. So I will love yous and leave yous. Have a good week. Make smart investments, make smart plays. There's plenty of tools out there to help you. Just something else. Oh, just take care. God bless. Peace.